As I said in a previous video, I get a lot of the same questions quite often from friend and foe. I think this one is sincere. So, to the main points of his question, he said, "Tell me why did you leave religion, and why should others leave religion?" Well, I myself left religion because I spent the time to study the religion to which I was in. When I was younger, I started reading the Bible, studying the Bible, found many questions others couldn't answer, went out and sought the answers from scholars, from writers, from antiquity. And the more and more I sought out these answers, the more and more I found discrepancies in the Bible and things that didn't make sense or historical things that were actually inaccurate. It was a big issue for me because emotionally I wanted to believe in the Bible. I was born and raised Christian. I wanted to be Christian. I had a great desire to be Christian. I used to cry and plead at night and during the day and at school and to pastors and to mothers and deacons of how deeply I wanted to be Christian. But these things just wasn't making any sense. They were showing that the documents were falsified, not credible. There was no historicity to them. And over about 2 decades, yeah, about 2 decades of studying, of traveling, going to the different places where these things supposed to happen, uh, getting higher information, from different colleges and archaeology and different sources, I came to the realization that the Bible is no more than fan fiction and mythologies and propaganda for people to create a history for themselves and people's ignorance of science and ignorance of nature. And so they made up stories in order to explain them, much like most civilizations did in ancient times. And to a certain degree, some people still do it today. Do I think so? For me, I left religion. There was no reason for me to be a part of it. There was no reason for me to continue to believe in it. And there was no reason for me to believe in having relationships with Jesus or that the Jesus character ever existed or that there was any such thing as a salvation through some outside force. And so I walked away from religion. Why other people should do it? If you are of the same mindset, you should do it simply because you will then be able to find peace within yourself and find peace within how you live your life and find peace with who you desire to be. You will find an openness of mindset that allows you to be able to graft in and study and form yourself as to who you desire to form yourself to be. If that's what a person desires, the person is asking those questions. Now, if a person want to stay in a religion and they just want to continue to believe in that religion and they need it, then stay there. They shouldn't leave. They should stay exactly where they are. Um, but it is not for me to decide if others should leave. Now, I will say, on a whole, religion destroys relationships. Religion destroys communities. Religion destroys civilization more so than anything else. It is because of religious separation and religious ideology that we have had most of the wars that we've had. We have most of the conflicts. We have things like slavery and the treatment and the subjugation of women and child abuse and things of that nature simply because of religion. Animal cruelty simply because of religion. Religion has created the majority of immoral things that we can look back at now and say, well, slavery was immoral. It was religious based. The treatment of women, immoral in the past. Religious based. Treatment of children, immoral, religious based. Conquering of nations, religious based. Conquering of people, taking away their histories, all these things based on religion, supported by religion. So I find religion to be the most destructive thing in the world. And we should literally all move away from it just for that mere reason alone. Is there just good justification to leave religion? Love of self. Love of self and love of humanity. Love of self and love of humanity. Those are two reasons. Love of the earth. That's the third reason. Growth. Personal growth, community growth, universal growth. Those are good reasons to leave religion. Finding peace. At least we'll have at least some level of peace if there was no religion. People will still fight over resources. People will still find the differences that we have with each other as far as skin tones and nations in order to fight with each other. But at least religion won't be the catalyst for those kinds of things anymore. At least religious morality that is immoral will not be part of those issues that we will have anymore. If there is immorality, it'd be simply because somebody has immorality based on their culture. The same way people had morality and immorality based on cultures before they had anybody's religion. But just for the betterment of yourself and the betterment of the world, we should, yes, that's justification enough to leave religion. Also, releasing yourself from the prison of your mind, the prison of the cultural mind, the captivity of ancient people's minds, and allow yourself to truly see the universe, how it flows, how it functions, and become one with the universe is another enough reason for someone to leave religion. But the main reason is because you decide for yourself. You're making a choice from yourself is a justification enough to leave religion. What is a better alternative to religion? Looking inward, understanding the natural forces of the universe, understand the hermetics of the law of mentalism, the law of correspondence, uh, the law of vibration, the law of polarity, the law of rhythm, the law of cause and effect, and the law of gender. Just to understand those seven hermetic laws is a better alternative to any religion because it doesn't require you to worship any deity. No deity should be worshipped. If a deity requires worship, then it is not a deity that is worthy of worship because it requires something outside of itself. Just as you should not require something outside of yourself. It's okay to have things outside of yourself, but you should never require, need things outside of yourself in order for you to be a greater version of yourself. So the best alternative to religion is love of yourself. That's the best alternative. I hope that this has helped you. I hope that this video, I'm going to use this video the next time, anytime now when somebody asks me the exact same questions, and nothing towards you, sir. It is quite tiring to see the same questions over and over again, but I know that people are finding me for the first time, so those questions are going to keep coming. But this video will now be a video that I can point them towards, and so I don't have to repeat this over and over again. So y'all have a great day. Remember always, you have to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibration.